I am not afraid of an army of lions led by a sheep, because without direction, even the fiercest warriors are lost. I am afraid of an army of sheep led by a lion. A strong leader can transform even the meekest followers into a force to be reckoned with. This ancient saying captures what made Alexander the Great and Genghis Khan legendary. Their brilliance wasn't just in strategy, but in inspiring unwavering loyalty. It wasn't just about armies or weapons. It was about visionary leadership, the ability to see beyond the present and rally others to a shared dream. Alexander, a young prince taught by Aristotle, receiving an education that shaped his worldview and ambitions, inherited a powerful army and set out to conquer the world, fueled by a desire to spread Hellenistic culture, driven by glory and unity. He envisioned a world connected by Greek ideals. Genghis Khan, born into hardship on the Mongolian steppe, a land of unforgiving conditions and constant struggle, united warring tribes through sheer will, forging a nation from disparate clans, and built his power from nothing. He rose from a childhood marked by tragedy and betrayal. Their stories are epic. Alexander, the prodigy who blazed across the world, a military genius who never lost a battle. Genghis, the underdog who rose to rule the largest land empire ever. A testament to resilience and strategic brilliance. Both redrew the map, reshaping the political landscape of their time, created new societies, blending cultures and fostering exchange across vast distances, and left legacies that still shape our world. Their influence can be seen in language, law, and even modern political structures. As we explore their lives, delving into their motivations and strategies, we'll see how two men from different worlds, shaped by vastly different circumstances, became legends in their own right. Their stories continue to inspire awe and debate centuries later. To understand these conquerors, we must see their worlds. Alexander was born in 356 BC in Macedon, a land of cities, philosophers, and the looming Persian Empire. He grew up with stories of Greek heroes and Persian rivals, fueling his ambition to rule both. Genghis Khan, born around 1162 AD on Mongolia's harsh steppe, knew only tribal chaos and survival. Alexander inherited a powerful army and a legacy to expand. He was like a CEO taking over a thriving company. Genghis Khan started with nothing, uniting fractured tribes through vision and determination, an entrepreneur building from scratch. Their environments were opposites, one urban and structured, the other wild and lawless. Yet both overcame their world's challenges to achieve the unimaginable. Their origins make their achievements all the more fascinating to compare. Alexander's rise was swift and dramatic. At 20, he became king after his father's assassination, crushing rebellions and proving his strength. With Greece secure, he set his sights on Persia, launching a legendary campaign in 334 BC. Alexander led from the front, earning his soldiers' loyalty and inspiring them to follow him anywhere. His genius lay in strategy, outmaneuvering larger Persian armies at battles like Issus and Gaugamela. In a few years, he toppled the Persian Empire and declared himself king of Asia. But he didn't stop. He pushed into Afghanistan, Pakistan, and India, founding cities and spreading Greek culture. His whirlwind conquests lasted just over a decade, forging an empire across 3 continents. Alexander's ambition and charisma changed the world in a flash. His legend was born from both his victories and his vision. Genghis Khan's journey was a relentless climb from the very bottom, a struggle against immense odds. His story is one of transformation, from a vulnerable child to the leader of a world-altering force. Orphaned and abandoned, left to fend for himself in a harsh and unforgiving world. He survived the brutal Mongolian steppe, enduring bitter winters and constant threats, forging an iron will that would define his future. He understood the power of unity and built alliances, carefully choosing his allies and valuing skill and loyalty over noble birth. This meritocratic approach attracted the best warriors to his side, creating a formidable fighting force bound by loyalty and shared ambition. His revolutionary meritocracy, a radical departure from tradition, united the steppe's warring tribes under a single banner. Through diplomacy, skillful negotiation, marriage alliances, strategic unions, and when necessary, ruthless warfare, he consolidated his power. He systematically defeated his rivals, and in 1206 was proclaimed Genghis Khan, universal ruler, a title that reflected his ambition and destiny. With the tribes unified at last, he unleashed a new kind of army upon the world, an army unlike any seen before. It was fast, incredibly disciplined, and utterly terrifying in its effectiveness. Mongol horsemen struck with unmatched speed and a mastery of psychological warfare, sowing fear and panic among their enemies. They presented a clear choice: unconditional surrender or utter destruction. Cities that resisted faced a grim fate. They were utterly destroyed, their populations decimated. However, those that submitted without resistance were spared the horrors of war and often integrated into the growing empire. His conquests began a wave of expansion, a relentless tide that ultimately created the largest contiguous land empire in the history of the world, stretching across continents. Genghis Khan's improbable rise was a testament to his resilience, his ability to forge unity from chaos, and his creation of an unstoppable force. He transformed the fragmented tribes of the steppe into the world's most formidable and efficient war machine, a force that reshaped the global landscape. His complex legacy was built on both fear and innovation, leaving an indelible mark on the course of history. Leadership set Alexander the Great and Genghis Khan apart, two titans of history who carved out vast empires. Their military genius is undeniable, their impact on the world profound. But beyond their conquests, it was their distinct approaches to leadership that truly defined their legacies. And while both were incredibly effective in their own right, their styles couldn't be more different. One relied on personal charisma, the other on structured organization. Alexander was the charismatic hero, a figure who inspired his troops through personal bravery and a magnetic personality. He was known for leading charges himself, right at the front, sharing danger and hardship with his men, fostering a sense of camaraderie and shared purpose. This created deep loyalty within his ranks, a bond forged in the heat of battle and the shared pursuit of glory. His inner circle was largely made up of childhood friends and Macedonian nobles, men he had known and trusted for years. This fostered a strong sense of unity, but also created potential for rivalry and conflict as these powerful figures vied for influence. When he died unexpectedly at a young age, this tight-knit group fractured under the strain of ambition and power struggles. As a result, his vast empire quickly fell apart, divided amongst his squabbling generals. Genghis Khan, in stark contrast, was a master organizer and strategist, prioritizing structure and long-term stability. He built a highly disciplined and efficient army based on merit, not birth or social standing, a revolutionary concept for the time. He implemented a system that promoted the most capable individuals, regardless of their background or origin, ensuring the best leadership at every level. His brilliant generals like Jebe and Subutai were prime examples of this meritocratic system. They rose from humble origins through their exceptional skill, unwavering loyalty, and proven battlefield success. Genghis established strict laws known as the Yasa, and implemented a stable and well-defined command structure that was designed to outlast him and ensure the continuity of the empire. His leadership was institutional, focused on building systems and processes that would endure. This strategic approach ensured the Mongol Empire's survival and expansion long after his death, a testament to his foresight. In conclusion, Alexander's rule, while undeniably brilliant and inspiring, was ultimately personal and therefore fragile. Genghis Khan's leadership, on the other hand, was systematic, resilient and enduring, leaving a lasting impact on the world stage. Building an empire takes more than battlefield victories. Alexander's blueprint was cultural fusion. He encouraged intermarriage, adopted local customs, and founded cities as centers of Greek culture. He aimed to blend conqueror and conquered, creating a new hybrid civilization. This vision sometimes alienated his own men, but left a legacy of cultural exchange. Genghis Khan's approach was practical. He allowed local customs and religions, demanding only loyalty and taxes. His genius was in logistics. He built the Yam, a vast relay system for communication and trade. The Mongol Empire became a superhighway for goods and ideas, connecting east and west. Genghis focused on systems, not assimilation, holding his vast realm together with efficiency. Alexander changed hearts and minds. Genghis built roads and rules. Both blueprints reshaped the world in their own way. The true test of greatness is legacy. Alexander's conquests sparked the Hellenistic age, spreading Greek language, art and science across continents. His cities became centers of learning, blending cultures and preserving knowledge. Greek influence reached as far as India, shaping art, religion, and even the language of the New Testament. Genghis Khan's legacy is complex. His conquests were brutal, but his empire connected east and west like never before. The Pax Mongolica enabled the flow of inventions like gunpowder and the compass to Europe, fueling the Renaissance. The Mongols established advanced systems of law, administration, and religious tolerance. Genghis's rule brought destruction, but also unprecedented global connection. Both men changed the world, but in very different ways. Their legacies still echo in our modern world. Side by side, Alexander and Genghis Khan reveal stark contrasts. Alexander was driven by glory and a dream of uniting cultures. His campaign was a sprint, fueled by charisma and vision. He sought to win hearts, integrating local elites and adopting foreign customs to build bridges. His empire relied on his personal presence and crumbled after his death. Genghis Khan was a pragmatist, motivated by survival and unity. His conquests were systematic, his rule based on fear and order. Submit and you kept your customs, resist and you faced destruction. His system endured, held together by laws and logistics, not personal charisma. Alexander's method was idealistic and fast, but fragile. Genghis's was ruthless, efficient, and built to last. Their different philosophies shaped the empires they left behind. So, who was the greater conqueror, Alexander or Genghis Khan? Alexander's legacy is cultural. He spread Greek ideas, inspired the Roman world, and shaped Western civilization. His influence is seen in philosophy, science, and the arts, a legacy of the mind. Genghis Khan's legacy is one of scale and connection. He built the largest land empire, created global trade routes, and unified vast territories. His impact was physical roads, laws, and the movement of goods and ideas. The question isn't who was greater, but what kind of greatness we value: the dreamer who bridges cultures or the builder who unites worlds. Both changed history forever, each in their own way. Their stories are timeless lessons in leadership, ambition, and the many paths to changing the world.